My best friend once explained to me, Miel, girls are like ice cream flavors. You gotta sample all of them first before deciding. He did this after locking lips with 10 different girls in a row, and attempted to convince me how it was equivalent to walking into a Baskin Robbins and doing a taste test. And every time I'd wonder, how in the world am I even close to this guy? And each moment would pass, like a sun resurfacing from the horizon as the chill of morning embraces you like an old ex-lover. And I remember how everyone has layers, history books, written beneath your flesh, so even if you choose not to remember, it is that which makes your skin thicken or thin. He is the boy with a past, looking for the man in him. Instead, curls into a fistful of shame, overweight with enough insecurities to eat his self-esteem. He is early high school yearbooks being tossed in the fire. And I'm sitting here as he insists that there is some sort of science in picking up a girl. And so I greet him with the most judging eyes possible until my thoughts swivel back into my head, and I remember how he would pump his arms an hour a day, hoping to shed the taste of self-hate off of his skin. See, these days, he's a new transformation. Maybe he's in love with his own reflection, but his arms are already tattooed with one-night stands just to make up for the times they weren't toned enough to hold their bodies between them. And in our conversations over lunch, his mask looked a lot like magazine covers, airbrushed, distorted. His voice is 151 in Corona and hanging hearts and bed sheets. In times like these, I question our connection. And then 2 a.m. comes, greets me intensely as my phone flashes his name in the dark, and I remember how it's often the darkest of times that our true selves come to light. The first time he ever admitted to me how he often felt like a thief in the night, snatching hearts to replace the cold vacancy still throbbing in his. I hear the cracking sound of the boy in him, slurring, attempting to squeeze out the burning alcohol through his words. Too many times he enjoys melting the bra strapped on every woman he meets, taking hits off her perfume and not feeling the good kind of naked the next morning. Temporary fixes like cigarette breaks, and I can almost hear his hands shake while he holds his phone as the background music of the club taps into his vices. Tell me what's wrong with me, Miel. Tell me, why am I an empty void? His voice is weary and fading and slowly slipping away as shot glasses shatter, and so does his stomach, and then he drops, and so does the phone line. There have been one too many drunken calls, followed with memoryless mornings, and I realize every time how we're not so different after all. Not so different from any other broken chest trying to fix itself. He is hidden beneath so many layers, lost in one too many versions of him. It's hard to see just which one he is. So I try not to judge from flesh alone, with the notion that we all have history that still leaves its bloody traces in our present, lost souls, still choked by our flaws, praying they will not surface, chained to a past human. So human, trying to find our way out in the dark, just looking for someone or something to hold on to.